Okay, we're moving on with more of the Harvest Festival event. I've got Ragecat with me this time, and I've got the same type of sweets on her that I have on Mr. Pierso. So the couple of things we're going to try right now, it's kind of going to depend how this goes here. We're going to trade some sweets to this little NPC here that looks like the skull, tadpole, sire, whatever the hell they're called. And if we end up with the same costume, we can head over to one of the bomb decorations. You can see one over there where it's kind of the balloons or whatever over there. If we get the same costumes and we go stand underneath that, we can end up with what's called a spectral mount. And if we end up with a certain combination of costumes, we can end up with a pitchfork item. So let's see what we get here. Okay, so it looks like Pierso got turned into one of these guys. Now, let's see what happens if Ragecat trades the same item. I just traded a ginger cookie for that. So, let's give that a try there. Oh, brilliant. It looks like Ragecat turned into the exact same thing. Now, let's go underneath the balloons here and see if we get that mount. I'm just going to make sure that Pierso... Oh! It looks like just being near them. Okay, so we didn't get a mount. We got a spectral chair. An astral notebook inscribed with sheet music on how to make a call, appealing to a spectral chair. Can be shown to Mappy Toto in Upper Juno for recording. Okay, so it is a mount, so that you may ride a spectral chair mount. Perfect. Okay. Oh my gosh, just saying that looks really friggin' weird. I just pulled Ragecat's window over and, yeah, 2 guesses what that looks like. Okay, so now we're going to try and get the pitchfork item. This also requires a 2-person party. So with this, you have to get a certain combination of costumes between the 2 of you, and then go underneath the balloons again, and you should receive the pitchfork. And apparently for that, we have to go to NPCs Families and Korua. Now, Families is in K9. Korua is in G9. So let's head over to Korua here. There they are. We'll let Pierso trade to this one. Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Pierso is a skeleton. And it looks like Rage's follow got cancelled when he changed forms. So now we have to run over to K9, which is going to be to the east, and see if we can get Ragecat set up as a ghost. Hey, babe. You want to, jump my bones? No? That's fair. Okay, so K9, so we're looking for Families. Where is this person? Okay, I see. Okay, there's the person we need. I walked right by them. Okay, so we're going to get Ragecat to trade this time. We'll try the same type of treat that Mr. Pierso had to use, the Cinna cookie. Perfect. Alright, so we'll get Ragecat to follow. And we need to meet at a specific set of balloons. We need to meet under the bomb decorations at the Mog House at L7. So that's going to be up this way. And Pierso's still got a few minutes left on his skeleton suit there, so we've got lots of time. Okay, there we go. Let's go stand underneath and we should get a pitchfork. Ah, yeah, there we go. So the next part of the Harvest Festival event that we'll be doing is called Up the Lilies. This is a stealth mission where you basically have to follow a ghost. We've been seeing those transparent NPCs running around that you can't trade with or talk to or really interact with at all. So we're going to go talk to this one NPC called Roger, just up here on the north side of Winder's Waters. I'm going to do Mr. Pierso first, then Ragecat. I really don't want to be managing 2 characters at the same time for something like this, and if you screw up, I believe you have to wait an entire game day to try again. Successful completion of this will get you a witch hat, and if you want to go for the higher quality item, you can go for a coven hat as well. I'm just going to take Ragecat off of follow. You there. I suppose you've heard the gossip flying around town. The talk of part-time ghosts. Part-time ghosts? Allow me to explain. A memorial is currently being held in honor of a long-lost coven of witches known as the Dark Lilies. During the memorial, volunteers dressed up as the witches and spirits walk a course about the city in honor of the deceased. However, while we have filled all the spots for the witches, we are quite short on people willing to play the part of the monsters who follow the lilies. Would you be willing to lend a hand, fine sir? Not a ghost of a chance. Hell no! Of course. Most excellent. There's one thing you must be aware of, however. The witches have the most important role in the memorial service. You are to tread only in their wake. If it is found that you have stepped ahead of one of the lilies, you will be asked to return your costume and leave the procession. Though we are a forgiving organization, and if you wish to participate once again, you to speak with me or simply put on another costume, and your request shall be granted. Ah yes, one more thing. There are 2 citizens playing the parts of the witches, Guana and Biko Ron Pote. You are to follow the fair Mithrin dressed as Biko. Remember this, as you will not receive any compensation in the event you join the wrong group. Okay, so the guide says that we have to be in costume, so I guess we got to go trade to one of the NPCs here and get a costume, and then we got to go find this NPC. The NPC that we're supposed to be following is... Oh! Look at that. They're right over there. Just got to find somebody that's dressed up as a mob themselves. Oh! I'm not here. I'm not here. Just hanging over here, minding my own beeswax. I don't even believe in ghosts. Ignoring the fact that I've killed countless ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. Oh, there's a trick skeleton. Let's trade them something. Okay, cool. I am now a shade. Let's go catch up with this NPC. Okay, there they are. So I'm just going to keep my tab on them. And we will just follow behind them. I don't know what their sight range is. We might find out the hard way. But let's just try to... Okay, they're stopping. I'm going to stand over here. The guide isn't really clear on how close you need to be to these ghosts. Okay. They're on the move again. So this one, if we're successful, we'll get the witch hat. If you do the second and apparently more difficult to follow NPC, you'll get the coven hat. Okay, they're going up the stairs. Oh, my gosh, they move and turn a little funny. Okay, they're stopping. Oh, it says you've joined the procession. Okay, so I guess we had to get close enough to actually be deemed joining. So now the game really begins. You can't stop now. You've just started. Okay. Wasn't aware I was stopping. Okay. They're going. They're going. I guess you do have to stay pretty close and then just stay out of their sight. I was going to try to, hang out around some walls. You've only just begun. Okay, so... Oh. Still a long way to go. Okay, I guess you really gotta basically almost slash follow them, but just stay out of their sight. Hope you didn't make any other plans, because you're not even close to being finished. Thanks, game. You always know how to make me feel less anxious. I love this game, but it is seriously anxiety-inducing. Okay. Almost halfway. Okay. They're turning some more. I'm haunting them like a boss. It's still a little too early to go back. Decide which direction you're going there, Ghost. Leave the procession now and someone might be peeved. This game has a twisted sense of humor. Just a little longer. Okay. I'm kind of curious what the movement pattern for the other ghost would be. That one's supposed to be harder to follow. Okay. Keep going, keep going. All right, it's time to collect your reward. Perfect. So I guess at this point it doesn't matter if they see me. Welcome back, adventurer. You have done well. The Dark Lilies would be pleased. Please take this as a token of our appreciation. It is a hat modeled after those worn by the Dark Lilies. Perhaps you might wear it during the season's festivities. Oh, and should you wish to aid us again, we would welcome your help. Many thanks, Mr. Pierso. There you have it. We got a witch hat. It's probably going to unequip the cloak, because that's can't equip headgear, but there you go. That's the witch hat. Okay, so the next part I want to touch on quick before we get to the brand new thing that was added for this year is we're going to go over for the costume contest. I'm not actually going to do the costume contest just because I think it's a lot of trying it out and the scores do seem to be random for who wins. It's the top 3 scores can be displayed as mannequins over by this big blob monstrosity here. All I'm interested in, like all the other items, is just getting the beginner item. So we'll just go chat with this guy quick. If you want to partake in this yourself before the event is over, by all means. The time of Harvest Festival is upon us once more, and with it comes the most wondrous event, costume contest known as the Pink Masquerade. Sick of donning those tattered old robes and half-rusted suits of armor? Why not take this opportunity to dress up as something more festive? Perhaps even earn a prize. At the very least, the Masquerade promises to be a refreshing change for everyday adventurers. What say you? Sounds like fun. Let me explain the rules. All entrants, put together your equipment. Weapon, sub-weapon, head, body, hands, legs, feet. We're an equal opportunity contest, so don't think you'll be impressing anyone here with your gajal horns or idrises. Only rewards gleaned from special events are counted. Feel free to brandish them if you want, but don't expect me to care in the slightest. As this is an event to celebrate the Harvest Festival, entrance fees will not be charged for McGill, but rather sweets. Those whose outfits receive at least 20 points will be rewarded a commemorative piece of attire directly from the steering community. But why be content with being mediocre when you can reach for the stars? The top 3 contestants will have their entries displayed on these mannequins for all to see. That's the long and short of it. Speak with me again if you have any further questions or would like to know what types of sweets we accept. Until then, prepare your most outlandish costume and come back when you're ready to be judged. Okay, so we got the Boutlus Suit, which, like I said, is really the only thing that I'm compared about. Oh my gosh, that looks ridiculous. Okay, the final part of the Harvest Festival we're going to touch on is called the Pumpkin Hunt. This is new to the 2020 Harvest Festival, and the guide describes it as being similar to an October 2017 event that was called Let's Go Venadiel Day. I never participated in that. I wasn't even playing back in 2017. So let's go do this. It looks like you have to examine a pumpkin, which grants a specific item. When rearranged correctly, all of the first letters spell adventure, whatever that means. And the developers hint to use your eyes and ears to locate pumpkins. Now, in certain zones, and I've noticed this just playing normally, not doing Harvest Festival stuff, is that sometimes there's this new music, kind of a little Halloween-y music called the Devil's Delight that is playing. So I think we just have to try some different locations and see if the music is playing, and if it is, then we can go search for pumpkins. Okay, it sounds like we've got that devious little Halloween music playing here. So according to the guide, the pumpkin location is G7. We're in Port Sandoria. It's going to be behind the counter inside the Rusty Anchor. Okay, so behind the counter. Oh! I do see a pumpkin. You found a pumpkin containing a bottle of apple juice. Obtained apple juice. So looking ahead, apparently, oh my, if you find all 5 pumpkins, you receive what's called a Cape Sith Subligar. I've been seeing pictures of that circulating online. And if you find all 9 pumpkins, you receive a sheet of harvest tunes. Okay, we're out in Tarongi Canyon near Windhurst, and this will be a perfect opportunity not only to find that next pumpkin, but to show off our new mount. I went ahead and traded these in off camera in the Chocobo Stables, Upper Juneau. That looks really cool, I dig it. It kind of reminds me of something from like the Diablo series or something. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Let's turn around and go this way. So for this next pumpkin, we need to get to E5, which is located behind the stone monument. Some of these pumpkins, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get all of them. For anyone who's new to my series, I have 2 separate playlists. There's the special events playlist, which this video's in, and then there's my regular part of the series, Return to Vana'diel, where I do episodic format, focus a lot on story, doing some other stuff, like we have filler content as well too. And I've been taking the story at a slower progression. Again, this is just for anyone who might be new to my series. So there's certain areas where pumpkins are found that I actually have not gone to yet, and I'd much rather go to those when I'm actually playing the proper, story, progression, that kind of thing. So we're not going to go for the 9 pumpkins to get the sheet of harvest tunes. Maybe we'll do that in a future video, in a future year. For now, we'll just get the 5 pumpkins just so we can get the Kate Sith Subligar, because I wouldn't feel like this event was properly finished if we didn't get that. Okay, so E5, it looks like we've got a cave here that might be going off the map. I didn't even know this was out here. Dad exploring. There's some bunnies in the cave. Okay, there we go. And yeah, it totally looks like there's a pumpkin there. Why someone would come out all this way to hide a pumpkin is beyond me, but oh well, who am I to judge? Okay. You found a pumpkin containing a bowl of vegetable broth. I would not consume that or put it anywhere near your mouth if I were you, but Mr. Pierso will do what he wants. Okay, so we're in Port Bastock now. Our 3rd pumpkin should be found just over yonder. Oh, look, it's right there. Right out in the open. Okay, so we got a flask of Echo Drops, and I just had to drop a few items because my inventory is a mess. I'm sure everybody can relate to that. Okay, so we're in Port Windhurst, and we're looking to get the 4th pumpkin here. And it looks like it is up behind Warehouse 1 and Warehouse 2, where a bunch of kids like to hang out. Oh, hello everybody. Don't mind us. Where the heck is that pumpkin? There it is. Got an Elshina. Whatever the heck that is. Increases rate of combat skill gains by 40%? Damn! Okay, we are in the lovely East Ronfor, flying around on our horrifying chairs and our super festive costumes. We're going for our 5th and final pumpkin. Once we find that, we'll get the last reward, and then we will be finished with the Harvest Festival. Probably some things we did miss. Like I said, I didn't go for some of the +1 items and such. I did want to keep the video at a reasonable length. And there is the pumpkin just sitting out in the open. Like somebody left it here. It's almost like flowers sitting at a grave. You found a pumpkin containing a trail cookie. You obtained 12 trail cookies. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in for Harvest Festival 2020 on my channel. That's a wrap for our content for this year. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't checked out any of my other FF11 material. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback. Hope you enjoy it. And I know as I get this up, Halloween has come and gone, but I hope that everybody had a fun and safe Halloween, whatever the case may be. If you have kids, I hope your kids had fun, got lots of candy, and I hope everybody stayed safe. I know it's been a very strange year. We're living in strange times. But yeah, I'll see you all next time, and in the meantime, just stay classy, Vana'diel. Oh, and if you haven't been spooked by anything in this series yet, well, there's this.